Hey, what is going on, All Terrain Nation? We'll get that right one of these days. I'm your host, David Boyd, and we are going to live stream the GMC Hummer, the electric Hummer, as weird as that sounds. And super pumped to do that. If you guys would do me a quick favor, and if you would share a link to this thing wherever you get your social media, it would do us a great service because we're trying to grow this show, and with your help, we can grow this show. So once again, I appreciate anybody that pops in on here tonight and joins us. So let's see. Let me go ahead and I'll follow my own advice. And Danny was going to be on here, but Danny had a family medical issue pop up, and he had to take care of that, which is understandable. And maybe Danny will pop on here in a little bit. Fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. If you're guys that like Danny, Danny always brings an interesting take. So let's see. Pop this in here. And we'll get going. So let's see. We got 3 people in here right now. Once again, if you guys would like and share this, I would greatly appreciate it. Let's see. Once again, I'm just trying to share this out to a couple of places. And we'll get going. All right, so hopefully you guys are having a great Tuesday. I know I'm having a great Tuesday here in Middle Tennessee. If you guys are not familiar with the channel, my name is David Boyd, and me and Danny, we cover the Nissan brand. We've covered them for over 6 years now, and I've been covering the Nissan brand actually for well over 10 years now. And this past summer, we've decided to go all in on everything. We love everything, and why not? We've cut our teeth on one of the harder brands to cover, and now we're ready to do it all. So once again, who all is in here? Make yourself known. I'm curious about what's going on. I know we'll have a few of the regulars pop in, which I always appreciate. And I'll share this one more time. But I'm interested EVs, man, because Nissan, for one, from covering Nissan brand, Nissan and Tesla were the first to really get into the mass market of EVs, and GM in general, they've been kind of behind the times a little bit. And what a way to make a splash when they what's up Flytrap, when GMC decided that, hey, we need an EV, and GM in general had that brand of you've got a brand name over there with Hummer. They're not using it. They tried to sell Hummer off many years ago, and there was a Chinese company that was going to buy it, and it didn't go anywhere. So it's kind of cool that that they finally seen value in that name, because it is an iconic name. Whether they make those make those or not right now, or as a gas guzzler, but is what it is. What's up, Flytrap, man? Hopefully you're having a good night. And there we go. That's about all I'm going to be able to stream or share it right now, because I got to get to you guys. Anyways, so yeah, so GMC decided, hey, we needed to use the Hummer name, and there's a lot of value in that name. For if you don't realize, like, you ever wondered why do manufacturers bring out old names and stuff, is because a name itself is worth $1 billion. Just the name itself, brand recognition. And Lord knows GM used a lot of cash to promote the Hummer brand. They they had people like Arnold Schwarzenegger and a lot of stars that wanted them, because it was a tough vehicle, and it just developed this rugged attitude. And of course, when the gas crunch hit in let's see, 07, 08, 09, it was kind of a bummer for Hummer, the brand, because they were coming out with a bunch of cool things. They had a little Wrangler killer that was going to come out, and maybe we see that still. Maybe they offer a 2-door version of that in an electric version. That would be cool, because the design of it was really cool. But everything we've seen, other than like GMC having LeBron James jump in on this, I don't know why they needed LeBron James to jump in this, because I've not known LeBron James to be kind of a rugged off-road oriented guy. Maybe he is, I don't know. But that was a head scratcher. But other than that, like they have the brand recognition. Bummer for Hummer, right? They have brand recognition with this name, and there's a lot of value in this name. So I'm interested to see what they're going to do with this. We've seen, as I got on the bottom of the page there, you can see kind of the front end of it. Ah, man, Frontier Bourbon goes down good, goes down smooth bullet. Cheers, everybody. But I think it could be maybe a game changer. You know, Tesla a few years ago came out with or a few years ago, last year they showed, or was it January into last year? I can't remember. But the Cybertruck, which was just like creepy, weird, something that you would have seen as a futuristic movie in the 80s. Whether that's the final version or not, who knows? But I do believe what we see from Hummer is going to be pretty close to the final version, if not the final version. They've not said that what they're going to show us is a concept. Now, once again, they can always, when they do the reveals, they can go, "Hey, this is a concept vehicle," much like some of the manufacturers have done recently. I think of Jeep Grand Wagoneer for that. You know, the Grand Wagoneer that we've seen in those videos and the releases were pretty much is what it's going to look like. But I think they just weren't 100% ready to show us what they have, but that's okay. But this thing here, man, I'm an off-road guy. I love off-road vehicles. I don't care what brand they are. I love off-road vehicles, and there's some EVs they're kind of exciting for the off-road world, and they're kind of scary and exciting because, for one, EVs have a lot of potential for torque, which if you're doing any sort of rock crawling or anything, yes, there's a lot to be said for torque. But the problem is all that torque costs you miles in that EV. And unlike, gas, yeah, it does in gas vehicles as well. But guess what? If you run out of fuel for your gas-powered vehicle, your buddy can go get you a couple gallons of fuel and get you off the trails. With this, it might be a little more complicated, but I don't think Hummer is looking to, or GMC now is looking to take on that off-road world. I just think they needed a package that looked different, something that they could, a lot like Ford did with the Bronco. It's something that they can kind of play on your emotions a little bit, and there's a lot of people. Let's see, 9 now. So the Hummer brand's been dead for I think 11 years, something like that. So there's just enough nostalgia with the brand that kind of makes this interesting, or I think so. But let me know, guys, in the comments below so far, what do you think is going to happen with this thing? Is this just a big publicity stunt for GM in general till Chevrolet has their say, or does GM? GM is kind of known as the luxury brand, and an EV right now is sort of a luxury vehicle. So does it make sense for them to bring it out as a GMC? But let me know in the comments below. And Monster, I'm looking for you. It's a staple between Monster and my bourbon there. One of these days I'll nail you guys down. Monster, I just want a small refrigerator. I'll stock it myself. Just want the refrigerator. Anyways, what's up, Frank B? What is going on, buddy? Moderator extraordinaire Frank B is in the house. I think Joe Taylor said he was going to try to join in a little bit later, our other moderator. But once again, guys, if you're new to the channel, so we do live streams once a week. We have been doing them on Sunday nights, but they are now moving to Mondays. But with there was a complication in my schedule Monday night, and with it coincided now with the Hummer release. It was like silly not to want to do this. Frank B, man, what are you expecting to see from this this Hummer? Are we going to see anything cool, or are we just about to be a lot of nothing? We are 10 minutes away from their showing us anything, so that's kind of exciting. Let me do this real quick. Bam. All right. I know I'm going to have to adjust this, guys, because silly my software likes to play games with me sometimes. Let's see. No, wrong one. Image window capture. There it is. So I got to get this right. Maybe. Display capture. Image. That's good. Window capture. There it is. Sorry, everybody. Let's see. All Hummer. Yes, they were definitely built for the wealthy. There is no doubt about that whatsoever, Flytrap. But I think EV in general is just out of reach for most common folk right now. But that doesn't mean that we won't ever get a taste of the good EV life, right? Looks like we got 9 minutes before, so let me lock this down, and bam. All right. Let's see. So Flytrap says all 3 Hummer models were built for the wealthy wannabes. Makes perfect sense to EV it. Yes, I would agree with that. I do think though that the 2-door kind of Wrangler killer, I forget what they called the thing. I do believe that it was going to be it was going to take on the Wrangler, and before Bronco got there, I do think that it would have done something. Brandon, it's going to be in like 9 minutes, I believe. So, yeah, I'll pop that up here from time to time so we can see right there. And hell, I might as well leave it right there for right now. But let's see, video image capture. I like that there. This has still been this live streaming's still been a learning process, so I appreciate everybody's patience with some of this stuff. Let's see. Frank B says not sure about the electric part. That's kind of a small niche still. Or niche. I would agree with that. I do agree with that somewhat, Frank. I think though that EVs, like, Nissan did it with the Leaf. Now, was the Leaf super practical? No, but what that was for Nissan was a proving ground of, can they sell high volume EVs? Now, is it the same volume that they would sell in another vehicle? No, but for EV it was high volume, and Tesla's done it. Tesla's proved that they can now build multiple vehicles, whether it be the new Roadster that's coming up. You've got the S, you've got the Y and the X. Like, they've proven that they can build things like that. So that's kind of cool too, that some of these other companies are showing some of the big 3 guys, like, there's a market here. I think it was smart for the big 3 guys it's proof in concept. Let somebody else take a chance on this. I can't, my mind's stalling right now on some of the truck guys out there. Who was the one that just did the Rebel Rally or the Rebel Rally? Gosh. Sorry, brain fart. But anyways, Nissan, they're letting these companies, Nissan and some of these, and Tesla, GM and them are letting them take the hits on it to see if there was a proven market. There's Joe Taylor. What is going on, buddy? Joe, snow already? Well, I guess you do live in the upper north, man. I feel for you, sir. But I do think it was wise for GMC to let these other companies do proof in concept, and then they come in and they come in and just finesse, and they bam those guys, and a lot of, yes, Rivian, thank you, sir, thank you. But I think it was wise for these guys to do it. Now the problem being that is maybe GMC and GM in general is a little bit behind in their EV tech. GM once had a EV vehicle in the late 90s and scrapped that due to they just didn't want those vehicles out there just yet. What were they called? Model 1s or something? I forget what they were called. And then they just scrapped the program, and which was a head scratcher, because people that were able to, you couldn't own those cars, but you could lease them. They loved them, and just one day GM literally came and grabbed them all from people, even during their lease, and just went and crushed them all, which was crazy. But had GM maybe stayed in the EV game back then and developed it, and maybe they would be the world leaders in EV tech right now. I don't know, but it's it's something to think about. Anyways, let's see. Joe Taylor, once again, I hope that you don't have a lot of snow to pick up there. And if you do, buddy, I am sorry. I'm here in Middle Tennessee, and I don't know what snow is really. We'll get snow maybe in end of January. Sometimes we get early December. You'll get just a whiff of it, but nothing like you guys get. We get an inch or two, and it shuts the place down around here. Yes, Atlas as well. And, of course, GM and Ford and all these guys are partnering with these people now because they want to just kind of steal the tech if they can. And I don't blame them on that. But is this truck going to be to today's standards, or say 3 to 4 years in the future standards? Or do we see it? And obviously you can see the outline of the design now. There's nothing earth shattering about what the Hummer is going to look like. But it's got to be about performance. And, the whole crab walking thing was kind of a head scratcher, in the fact that, they showed that, it's been a month or so ago now. I don't know what that's about. Obviously, with electric vehicles, you can do whatever you want. And there was somebody I was paying attention to the other day. I think it was Smoking Tire was talking about I don't even know why these EV vehicles have steering wheels anymore, because especially for handy capable people, man, you can do a joystick. And if they can crab walk like that, why can you not just have a joystick, like maybe a fighter pilot drive it that way? Obviously, there's, you know, alignment. I don't know. I don't know how they align these vehicles or anything. But if it can do the little sideways thing, it's gonna be kind of crazy. Let's get to some comments here. Frank B says, problem with EVs is you can't pull up to a refill station and refill it up in 5 minutes like you can a gas or diesel. Yes, but it had came out this past week, I believe, that somebody was claiming they can recharge in 15 minutes. Now, there's some new glass technology in the EV world too that's supposed to. The same guy that developed the lithium battery, it's a mad scientist, genius guy, older gentleman now, but he's taught this since the 70s, battery technology, and he's come up with the help of his. He teaches a class. They've come up with this new design. It's glass. And they've been real iffy on how it works, and maybe the technology is still a few years away. But I know companies like Tesla, look at them, man. They're claiming what in those semis, 500-mile range, something like that. And if they can do it in semis, obviously they have a lot more area they can shove a battery in those things. But semis are developed, you know, they need to carry a load, and so. I don't know. Maybe Frank. Maybe they're getting it down. Of course, you know. It also, you got to worry about these vehicles. To charge them faster, you got to throw a lot more power to them. Which I think Ford had an issue with. What were they? They were toying with maybe their Mach-E, whatever. I don't call it a Mustang, but the wannabe Mustang that they have, and I think they burnt one down because they were, you know, just. There's a give and take, and I think with EV tech as well. And once again, I will never. I'm a gas guy. I'm never gonna come to you guys and claim to be an expert in EV tech, but you've got to take in consideration climate. If it's a cooler climate, yeah, you could probably charge that battery faster than in a warmer climate where the battery's already, you know, hot. Now I know they've done a lot of wrapping. I think they've done some liquid wrapping now, where to keep these battery packs cool. But that would be one of the next kind of things to kind of keep in mind here. Let's see. Got a couple more comments. Cooper, thank you for that Atlas. Yes, some of these companies are so new, like they're just not ingrained in my brain just yet. I do believe though the Rivian, from what I've seen, obviously Atlas. I haven't seen a proof in concept from Atlas just yet. I think they've had like a rolling design, but nothing actually done. But Rivian was using, you know, they were using those for the Rebel Rally, and that was the second actual person. Of course, Emmy, the journalist, was driving that thing, but she just literally asked, "Hey, can we use this in this race?" And they were like, "Hell yeah, let's use this thing in the race." And I think they're going to get a lot of good feedback and some bad feedback from that, you know, using it like that. But the only thing, the Rebel, usually it's kind of a very self-contained thing, so they had to come up with a way to charge this thing, and they come up with this cool low carbon footprint. Once again, I'm not an EV guy. Carbon footprint way of charging that, and plus powering their camps for when the ladies would return each night. So that was really cool. But I think Rivian right now, it looks just weird enough to kind of bring EV people in, but yet not full Cybertruck weird that just scares people. Looks like we're about to start here. So hopefully my desktop audio picks this up. And let me make sure the volume is up. And we will see what happens here in 48 seconds, guys. Once again, thank you to everybody who's joined in on this. If you're new to the channel, we cover all things. I don't care if it's car, truck, you name it. All Terrain Nation is here to cover whatever you're interested in. And we were going to do a live stream of Danny doing a... Oh, we got Tim with Pickup Truck and SUV Talk. Tim, I wish I could have got you in here, man. But if it's got wheels on it, we're basically going to cover it on this channel. So if you guys like what we do, smash that subscribe button, man. We're on our goal to hit 1,000 subs by the end of the year. Let's see. Tim, I can't believe you're not doing something. Tim with Pickup Truck and SUV Talk. If you guys don't know, Tim does a pickup truck and SUV show, and good friend and awesome channel to watch. So if you're new to that, go check Tim out over there. I think Tim just finished up a live stream.
The real revolutionaries
sure to let me know if you can hear this.
The ones that change the game forever. Understanding strength is never enough. Evolving, imagining, seeing the world not as it is, but how it could be. That's how true greatness is realized. That is how you change the world.
Oh, hell yeah. Definitely. Good reveal so far. Oh, nice. Oh, see that tailgate?
Introducing the world's first all-electric super truck, the revolutionary GMC Hummer EV. With no limits, no emissions, and no equals, it will leave everything you thought possible in a cloud of dust. The quiet revolution begins with the nearly silent all-electric propulsion system that offers 1,000 horsepower, 11,500 pound-feet of torque, and for the brave souls who dare to engage watts to freedom, the thrill of accelerating 0 to 60 in approximately 3 seconds. The innovation continues with the next generation of Super Cruise, a driver assistance feature that offers hands-free driving with automatic lane changing on compatible roads. And for remarkable driving precision, Hummer EV is engineered with segment-exclusive four-wheel steering to reduce turning radius and enhance overall maneuverability. Want the leading edge of electric vehicle technology? We engineered the Detroit-built Hummer EV with Ultium batteries and drive units to maximize energy storage for an estimated range of 350-plus miles. And with 800-volt DC fast charging up to 350 kilowatts, you can charge nearly 100 miles in just 10 minutes. Things get even more revolutionary when you head off the pavement, because off-road dominance is engineered into every aspect of the GMC Hummer EV. It all starts with towering ground clearance, made possible by specially engineered 35-inch tires for an optimal balance of on- and off-road performance. And it's 37-inch tire capable for those who demand even more. With customizable drive modes, Hummer EV puts a whole new level of off-road mastery at your fingertips. Want to take on the toughest obstacles? Initiate the available first-of-its-kind Extract mode, and Hummer EV activates its adaptive air ride suspension to lift approximately 6 inches. That's revolutionary breakout capability. For driving information in real time, UltraVision offers a segment-leading number of camera views with up to 18, including underbody forward and rear-facing cameras. So you can enhance performance, maximize capability, and leave the world behind. But we didn't stop there. With a revolutionary new setting called Crab Walk, Hummer EV has the ability to drive diagonally for an agility no other truck can match.
I don't know the difference right there. Why is that?
And full underbody armor and rock sliders help make Hummer EV ready to conquer even the toughest terrains. It's innovation engineered to ensure domination. But Hummer EV is much more than an off-road beast. From the distinctive signature of its 6-bar grille to its micro-optic welcome, walk-away, and battery charging animations, every aspect of the Hummer EV has been designed to look and act unlike anything out there. Hummer EV delivers an unprecedented combination of innovation and luxury. The industry-leading infinity roof,
I agree, Tim.
transparent sky panels, and rear drop glass give the Hummer EV an immersive open-air design so you can experience the world like never before, or even the universe for that
Tops are
matter.
coming back, it looks like, guys.
The first
Tops
and
are coming
only one
back.
of its kind, Hummer EV. first to own the revolutionary Hummer EV. Reserve your all-electric super truck now at gmc.com.
There we go, the Hummer EV. Let's see if they pop anything else up there. If not, that's okay. That's okay. It's a pretty nice reveal. There's what we've seen so far, and let's just do this. Let's go back to you guys. So there you have it, the Hummer EV, 350 miles of electric range, which means like Flytrap was saying, it really means about 250 miles. So for a daily commuter, that's acceptable. I don't know past that what that means. The removable roof means another FU2 Jeep. I agree, and I said when the Bronco came out that Jeep instantly looked old, and it's not to mean that Chrysler or Jeep, Dodge, whoever you want to call them anymore, won't come out with something cool that will be competitive in that, but it showed that Jeep got a little relaxed in their dominance of that market. And things like this Hummer with I'm going to call them T-tops because to me that's what they are. It's an updated Avalanche. I kind of agree with you on that, Gene. But the kind of having those T-tops and stuff, like Jeep better come out with something. Now, obviously, there was a comment a minute ago about, I'd meant to talk about it, was the EV Jeep that's coming out. Yeah. But, at one point, FCA wanted to merge within Nissan and Renault because they were so far behind on their EV tech, man. And yeah, they're doing the EV stuff with the Wrangler right now, but it's still the what you get out of it. Yeah,
this is the new 2021.
No, it's not, Doug. No Doug in here. But I think for instant torque, what Jeep's doing right now is cool. But what they're showing here, like, I won't say this is a game changer. Once again, I think the crab walk thing is just stupid. I think because they're wanting to do the sharper turn radius, that it's just sort of a gimmick. Oh, look, this thing will do that. When you even see that aerial above it, where it's like shows it kind of doing that, at no point, as a person who does off-roading and has done a lot of extreme off-roading, at no point does that lead me to go, man, that is exactly what I needed on a trail. No, but once again, I think it's all about the term. Dumb Doug. I like Doug. I like Doug Flight. I just don't like him when he's on my streams. I just don't think that does that lend itself to something that people are really looking for? No. But once again, I do think the sharper turning radius, it's definitely, I don't know anybody who's ever been in a pickup truck that was like, oh man, my turning radius is amazing. So I think that is something to have that. And let's see. Stuff Comedy says Crabawk will help with parallel parking. Definitely that. And you're hitting on a good point there. But let's see. They showed they're not going to get into any details unless you want to probably throw $100 down, and they'll probably mimic what Ford did with the Bronco, and in 2 months or so, give you what the thing's going to actually cost, stuff like that. Or Tim with Pickup Truck and SUV Talk may know something tomorrow when he does his video. I'm assuming, Tim, it's a video chat with the engineers and stuff. But I can't see them doing any kind of pricing to this thing yet. But guys, where do you think pricing is going to start on this thing? They want to be competitive, but yet it's a luxury toy. Let's see. Flytrap says if the crab mode allows for rear steering only on trails, yeah, I could see that, but man, you're giving up a lot of things to computer control that we all live with computers and they're so glitchy. Will that turn up? Let's see. Oh, sorry, Tim. I turned myself down when that was popping up. Hopefully you can hear me better now. And if not, we got the old volume button right here. There you go, Tim. Thank you, sir. Let's see. 80K 65 Gene says I don't know, man. I don't see it being affordable by any means for people, Let's see, Mike Dennis, in the model shipping next year is right, because they're going to take a playbook out of Tesla, Mike, and be like, hey, yeah, you know what Model 3 was supposed to be their $30,000 affordable EV car. And yes, you can see them. I think they're priced at 39,000 right now, but you can't find one. You can't find one at all. I agree, Flytrap. The Terminators are coming, and that does make it a little scary. I'm a guy who likes to drive my cars, and I will say, from seeing that where it goes yes on particular roads or whatever, I forget what it called it, selected roads, that it can do lane changing and stuff, which I would like. I know, Tim, they'll probably give you some details on that, but I'd be curious what they're considering those roads are, and how they've gotten through federal regulations on that, because I know the federal government's been paying some catch up with. Generally, our government is so way past tech, they can't keep up with it, and tech's just pushing the boundaries of what it can do, and then they're 10 years behind trying to figure out how you regulate it. So how will that be regulated? I'm going to agree with Gene on that. I'm going to say probably 65 as a starting point, even though you'll never find one for that. And I'm going to think that maybe it's 75, probably, realistically. Yes, soon Google will, definitely, which is why I have a vehicle out there that's very minimal computers, and if I need to drive it, it's good. Cooper says, my wife has a Traverse and the lane assist sucks. I hate driving that car. Cooper, I know Nissan. I've done real well with the Nissan stuff on some of their safety shield and their autonomous driving. Let's see, Dave, pricing on that GMC. Oh, it is on the website. Awesome. Well, let me go back over there, because I can't honestly. I figured they'd do like Ford did. Tim. Let's see, GMC. We'll pull it up here. I will brave the web here for you guys. Let's see, GMC. Where did you go? If I can get past. Well, I guess if I go gmc.com, we will work on this. And once again, guys, let me adjust some things here, because I like to work on the fly. I like to work on the fly there. All right, so let's see. Yeah, I got a little bit of it there. Let's see. Let's do this. Let's replay this thing one more time, because I want to say, I'm sure everybody here has missed a couple things, and we'll go from here.
The ones that change the game forever. Understanding strength is never enough. Evolving, imagining, seeing the world not as it is.
We'll go there in just a minute. First edition.
How it could
wow.
Be. That's how true greatness is realized.
We'll watch this thing just again, because once again, I know there's some things I missed, and I do love the Zeppelin touch, though. I have to admit, as a Zeppelin guy, I do love the Zeppelin touch. I can never hear that song without thinking of Thor Ragnarok. If you're just joining us, this is a replay of the GMC Hummer. And have patience with me while I edit this as we go. There we go.
Introducing the world's first all-electric super truck, the revolutionary GMC Hummer.
This thing definitely plays on your emotions, though.
With no limits, no emissions, and no equals. It will leave everything you thought possible in a cloud of dust.
EV first edition says it right there.
The revolution begins with a nearly silent all-electric propulsion system that offers 1,000 horsepower,
1,000 horsepower,
pound-feet of torque.
You can pull your house with this.
Who dare to engage watts to freedom.
I was trying to say earlier, if you look at the tailgate, it's definitely got that GMC tailgate that's going to fold down 3 different ways.
3 seconds.
I'm not sure why they showed it there battling a motorcycle, but that's cool.
Continues with the next generation of Super Cruise, a driver assistance feature that offers hands-free driving with automatic lane changing on compatible roads.
Lane compatible roads.
And for
I agree, Flytrap. I do agree, but it's still a nice. They could probably get Zeppelin. They get the rights to use the song, but not Zeppelin.
Enhance overall maneuverability.
Plus, you want this song to kind of be modern, a techno-y kind of vibe for the EV.
Technology, we engineered the Detroit-built Hummer EV with Ultium batteries and drive units to maximize energy storage for an estimated range of 350 plus miles. And with 800-volt DC fast charging up to 350
800 volts, man.
you can charge nearly 100 miles in just 10 minutes. Things get even more revolutionary.
I will say it's a good-looking vehicle, though.
Because off-road dominance is engineered into every aspect of the GMC Hummer EV.
Do you think like the rock sliders and stuff that they added after the fact, when they seen Ford do that with the Bronco? Those rock sliders look horrible, by the way, just horrible. Maybe they flip down because it looks like there's a flat panel there.
7-inch tire capable for those who demand even more.
That
With
big monitor there,
customizable
though.
drive modes, Hummer EV puts a whole new level of off-road mastery at your fingertips. Want to take on the toughest obstacles? Initiate
Right,
the available
right, fly.
first of its kind extract mode, and Hummer EV
Look at those wheels,
activates
though.
its adaptive air ride
I guess
suspension
GMC didn't have any
approximately
problem
6
using
inches. That's
something that said
revolutionary
Wrangler on the side. Of course, those are Duratrax.
For driving information in real time, UltraVision offers a segment-leading number of camera views with up to 18.
I do like this under the truck camera right there. That would be nice to have in a real off-road vehicle.
Maximize capability and leave the world behind. But we didn't stop there. With a revolutionary new setting called Crab Walk, Hummer EV has the ability to drive diagonally for an agility no other truck can match.
I guarantee you that's all CGI too.
And
There's-
full underbody armor and
it's too
rock
precision.
sliders help make Hummer
Too
EV
precise.
ready to conquer even the toughest terrains. It's innovation engineered to ensure dominance.
I do like they show it jumping there. They're showing it like, hey, this thing can take an
Hummer
abuse a
EV
little
is
bit.
much more than an off-road beast. From the distinctive signature of its 6-bar grille to its micro-optic welcome, walk-away, and
I like the
battery
headlights.
charging
They look like an
animations.
H
Every aspect
for
of
Hummer.
the Hummer
That's
EV
really
has
cool.
been designed to
Cool
look
touch.
and
Did you see
act
the American
like
flag they
the
show in
made
this thing as
up
well? Right there.
Hummer EV delivers an unprecedented combination of innovation and luxury. The industry-leading Infinity Roof,
Infinity
transparent
roof.
sky panels, and rear drop glass give the Hummer EV an immersive open-air design. So
I'm
you
curious
can
how they're
experience
doing it
the
under the
world
hood though, that to keep where it doesn't let the glass
even the
break.
universe, for that matter. The first and only one of its kind, Hummer EV.
This thing must be super wide though, because it's got the lights on the roof, the running lights there.
Be among the first to own the revolutionary Hummer EV.
Sure.
Reserve your all-electric super truck now at gmc.com.
All right. So there was that again. All right, now I'm going to go through this page, and we're doing this crazily. So let's see. Vehicles, SUVs. Oh, future vehicles. I bet there it is. Let's learn more. Let's learn together, guys. Let's learn together here. All right. So the world's first all-electric super truck. Once again, it showed that lifting there, that 6-inch lift. That is pretty freaking nice. But all those things take up energy. Like, yeah, it can do these things, but is it efficient at when it does it? Let's see. 0 to 60 in approximately 3 seconds. Of course, there's a nice little. There's gonna be a nice thing there. 11,500 pounds of torque. I mean, that's great, but use all that torque at one time in your 10 minutes of driving the thing. The Super Cruise, available Super Cruise driver assist feature that offers handling free driving with automatic lane changing on capable roads. Once again, define what defines capable roads. Let me fix this a little bit. Let's see. Thank you once again to everybody having a little patience here as we work on the fly. I think my buddy there, Fly, would appreciate that. Let's see. Quiet revolution, smart lingo for that. Here's the and I'm writing away on this. Let's do this. There we go. All right, so you can see the cam's right here, the trail cam. How did they protect that? That would be one thing I'd be curious about, because if you're truly off-roading, you're dragging, and it says it had skid plates and stuff, but what does that actually mean? Looks like this is the readout for the cam. Obviously, you're getting the pitch roll and everything, so pretty standard. You know, the Jeep does that with the Rubicon right now. That it's good looking. Like, you cannot say that they, you know, GM knows how to design a body. And look at the bumper. The way they've done this bumper definitely lends itself to if you wanted to actually build a real off-road bumper. Everybody, manufacturers, please take note that this design going straight across makes it, for a fabricator, something I play with every once in a while. Makes it so much easier to design things. But nobody's, once again, I do not believe anybody's seriously taking this thing off-road to clearly off-road. But these tires, they look to be Duratrax, but are they the same ones that, they look to be the same ones that Ford is putting on the Bronco, but the outer, this outer looks a little more Duratrax like. Hard to tell on that. Let's see, immersive. There we go. That is a great selling point, especially for the people who can buy this vehicle. Somebody that wants to look tough, but yet you probably got nice leather in there you don't want to mess up. You know, a lot like the Bronco or Wrangler plays on. Hey, you want a little bit of the outside world without, you know, just a complete convertible. And obviously they needed some of the support for crash testing and just in general. I would be curious how this handles up if you're actually taking this thing off-road. I'd be curious how this handles up with body tweaking. Now, obviously, it's a unibody construction. Underneath, it's going to be the EV has its own tech for underpinning. So I don't know exactly how to describe that, but here's these rock. Well, that's not the rock sliders. No, these rock sliders here look like they're like an afterthought. Just like they just bolted something on top of whatever it is. I'm sure that's an option. But it wouldn't be an option that I would want. Once again, if you notice, these headlights play to Hummer. They're H's, which I think is super cool. This is definitely a throwback. Look at the intake, the air intakes that the old Humvees had. Definitely plays on your emotions. Specifically engineered Goodyear tires. But this thing definitely plays on your emotions, man. You are getting somewhat of a bed like, who was it? Gene said, you know, definitely like a throwback to the Avalanche a little bit. And I would agree. And the Avalanche was a nice vehicle. Even the refreshes they did to it when they got rid of the just plasticky body panels, it was a nice looking vehicle. Here you can see the running lights up here on the roof. So this thing has to be about as wide as a Raptor. That would be the only reason you'd want to put these lights up there, is because DOT would require them to be up there. I like the big tow hooks. You got the nice throwback to the wheels, the H1, 2, and 3 wheels, or I guess H1 and 2. I don't know if 3 got those. Modern touches to them, but definitely a throwback. Curious why. I'm assuming it's for capability of having a bed, why this big bulge is sitting out back here. There's going to be a lot of unknowns about this thing, which is fine. There's your sky panels. Now, here's the screen. Tim, if pickup truck and SUVers, you're still here. I'm thinking that's a 12-inch screen. It's just not vertical like Ram's doing. Pretty soon we're going to have a 50-inch plasma or a 50-inch LED TV, and you won't have a windshield anymore. It's just going to be a virtual screen of cameras, and so you don't actually watch the road anymore. The terrain, that's a nice touch. I do like the topography mapping on the speaker covers. That looks pretty cool. Let's see, what is this? And once again, I'm just going through this as you guys are going through it. Let's see, you can lower the truck 2 inches. It's pretty cool. Or you can raise it 6 inches. Which obviously these things are big and heavy. You need all the aerodynamics you can get. Let's lower it. That makes sense. Let's see. I wanna hit one of these videos, but yeah, that's what I thought. It's just gonna replay there. Oh, here we go. Nice interior shot. All right, so you can see this. There's that big monitor again. Look at the driver's monitor. That's at least, oh gosh, it looks to be the same size as this. So that's probably damn near a 12-inch screen there too. And everything about this vehicle has to be big and bold. Do y'all agree? I mean, I think it just has to be big and bold. There to grab the attention that this thing needs to grab the wallets that this thing needs to. It can't be the seats and everything. They couldn't be plain at all. Like it has to be a couple two-tone seats in this, and obviously they're going to have a base version of this thing. It probably does have just a black seat, but obviously you don't release a base model as your here's what we're going to do. Big console. There's that big, look at that big Hummer shifter there, like the old automatics. It's a lot of throwback. Very smart on some of the throwbacks that they've done with this. Now, obviously, you know, it's forward, reverse. You got your modes there on the side. Here's I like the little side compartments here. That's very nice. Nice touch. Notice the rubber floor. That's very, very nice. Obviously, if you want this thing to be off-road, it needs to, you know, be able to handle some dirty shoes. Let's see, 1 of 2. Let's see what picture 2 is. Oh, there we go. A little bit better of the inside of this thing. Once again, you can see the topography on the speaker covers. Super nice. I like the in-your-face AC heater vents. Like, this truck has to be in your face. And once again, let me in the comments below what you guys think. But I think they've done a really good job on this thing. Once again, I said it earlier before the stream, I don't know what LeBron James had to sell this vehicle. He just narrated. He didn't sit down and talk anything about it. I'm sure, Kelly, they're saying 350-mile range on this thing, though we think real world is more like 250, 280. I don't know, unless LeBron's going to, I'm sure he's doing commercials with this thing or whatever. But right now, wow, could the timing be better to have LeBron James as your spokesperson, seeing as how the Lakers just won another championship? That's pretty crazy. These switches, let's see, it's got, looks like locker switches right there. Not that these would be locker since they're electric motors, but it's hard to tell what all those are. Obviously, your hazard there. You can tell manufacturers have been paying attention to people not liking complete touch screens for their radios. There's it looks like to be a volume knob. There's your power button for that, which is really nice. This obviously you can see it's dual climate, super nice. Steering wheel, it's not a bad steering wheel. Very very reminiscent of the original. Let's see, what else can we see here? All the buttons, GM generally does a good job on button layouts. Can't really tell what these are. It looks like a parking brake. Obviously, shifter. Here's your mode selection. Cup holders right there. Big console here. I know Nissan takes pride in that you can put a laptop in theirs. So, yes. Look at Fly coming in. Thank you, sir. Let's see. Revolutionary design. I wouldn't say it's a revolutionary design, seeing as how this design's been around since the 80s. Obviously, is a military version, which is what they're playing on. Let's see. What do we got here? Distinctive wheels. Rock sliders and skid plates. State-of-the-art lighting. What did you guys think of the... I have to say, I liked that it was showing how the bars up here were showing at charge. Yes, this has crab mode, Kelly, and I'll play the video one more time before we close up shop, so you can watch it with us. I thought that was a good, well done of how they showed it charging through the lights. Like you've seen it, you know, that's pretty cool, man, because you park your vehicle in the garage or whatever, or you open your garage door and go, hey, my truck's charged. Let's see what this is. Multi-purpose tailgate. Once again, there you go. There's your GMC tailgate, which you know that's going to, the next few years, that's going to bleed into Chevrolet. You know that's about to bleed into Chevrolets. But I do like that tailgate, other than the fact that they didn't think about people having hitches on their vehicle, which has been a big complaint. Let's see. Anything else? I would be curious what this thing weighs. I'm going to guess it's over 7,000 pounds, because I think the Rivian is around 7,300 pounds. Looks like, yeah, here's the charging. That was, I like that the way it does the lights. Gene, I agree, man. I think the lights are a home run because I think they play on the. Here's some pricing. I think they play on the heritage a little bit, but lend itself to a modern touch. Let's see the Hummer EV squared. I'll say it's 2. Let's see, starting at $79,995, and that's hey, look at the date on this. Oh man, they've taken a playbook. They've taken a play right out of Tesla. Look at these dates. So next year you can get, if you're really interested, you can get this. You can get the first edition at $112,000, starting, by the way, at that. That's a 3-motor version. You can get that for might as well say $120,000. And then if you wait another year, you can get the X3 or the 3X there with the 3 motors, estimated a 300-mile range, and you're only getting 800 horsepower. Darn. But you can tow 10,000, which that's actually I know gas-powered or diesel-powered vehicles, that it's a big thing for towing. These numbers actually do mean something. Once again, we know with EV tech, you pull something like that, you're at miles, not hundreds of miles. Let's see. And then if you wait down in the spring of 2023, you can get a 300-mile plus range. And then we'll go down to the poor man's. Here's the poor man's EV or Hummer EV2. You only get 2 motors. Not a big deal. And 250-mile range and only 625 horsepower. Now, do these dates remind you? Once again, it's a playbook out of Tesla's playbook of how they're doing that. Tesla loves to throw out the plus one, and you got to wait. But these dates, I want to say, and I'll try to, let's see if I can pull it up here without screwing up the stream. And I probably can't. Oh, there we go. Let's see. I don't remember Cybertruck. See if I can find out on Cybertruck when, because I don't remember with Tesla when they're actually supposed to, when they're saying that they will be out. Let's see. Well, Tesla, their website just basically says order me. Let's see. All right, so let's compare this thing to Tesla right now. So Tesla is saying their specs are 0 to 60 in 6.5 seconds. If the Hummer can hit in 3 seconds, they've already knocked the doors off Tesla. Range, this is just the rear-wheel drive model. Let's go to the tri-motor. All right, so there we go. That makes more sense. So Tesla's tri-motor, 2.9 seconds. I think they might hit that. Range is 500 plus miles with their tri-motor, which they're besting GM there. Let's see. Towing capacity 14,000 pounds. Adaptive air suspension, which I'm going to assume is probably a lot like the way that they could do the 6-inch lift on this GMC. Approach angles, yeah, we don't care about that. But I don't see anything on date. If any of you guys know, please let me know in the comments there when we can expect those Teslas. But I'm pretty sure, if I remember right, that it's not till 2022 that we're gonna see anything about Tesla's Cybertruck. And once again, I don't think that Tesla's Cybertruck can meet safety standards, right? In the form that it's in, with that square. I think for pedestrians they would have issues with that. But once again, the Hummer EV H2 is at $79,000, and you can't expect that for 4 years. 4 years, guys. Well, we'll say 3.5 years. And in 4 years, I'm going to estimate that this 300 or 250 mile range looks like Nissan's Leaf when it first came out at 90 mile range. That now you look at it and go, no way, I can get 200 miles out of a little car now. And this 350 plus range, now they've got their little symbol there, so you know that they're not gonna like it. Let's see. Let's look at what happens when you try to reserve one of these. Do I reserve one of these guys? I could reserve one right now. Let's see. Let's choose your trim. Let's see. So we're gonna say reserve edition number 1. See how far this is gonna let us take it before I would have to put in any kind of any wallety things. Let's see. Oh, thank you, Mike. So you're saying Tesla double motors and tri-motors supposed to ship first trucks end of 2021, early 2022. So it looks like maybe GM's trying to beat Tesla at their own game. Let's see. Oh, here's my dealers we could choose. Let's see. Reserve amount $100. Let's see our dealers. I don't know why my local dealership's not pulling up. For one, let's change that. Let's see, view dealers. There, nope. All right, so we'll choose Darrell Waltrip. And that is the Darrell Waltrip from NASCAR. He is in the area. Let's see, your information next. Well, we're not going to go in this on the stream. But I like it back here. We'll go back. Let's go back a minute. So it says choose your trim. Now, obviously, this is what it means. Choose your trim here. But if you wanted it right now, bam. But can you guys, now, you know, $100 isn't what it used to be anymore. But can you imagine dropping $100 down? So I did it on the Bronco. If you're new to the channel, I'm buying a Bronco. Hope to be one of the first. I know I won't be one of the first YouTubers, but would like to be. Dropped my 100 down. Pricing for Bronco is supposed to come out this Friday, I believe, the 23rd. I think that's right. And then you can order those in December for a next summer delivery. Now, can you imagine going, okay, I'm so pumped up from this video. I'm just so pumped up. I've got to, honey, we're gonna go in on a Hummer. And I'm just honestly, I'm calling back to, this is what I did with the Bronco. I thought on it for a day, and then I told my wife, I was like, hey, I think we need a Bronco. So did the whole $100 thing. Now, can you imagine being all excited and going, bam, this is the one for me, and knowing, notice they don't really say it real quick down here. If you might have missed it, spring of 2024. You go, hey. Oh, 2024, we'll be probably, you know, I think the average consumer now is like 2.5 years on a vehicle. And you're like, really? So we're going to, your significant other would think you're freaking crazy right now. If you go, I'm reserving the base. You know, that's good enough for us. And you know, okay, offer Super Cruise, HD surround vision. A digital key, which means probably it's an app on your phone. 22-inch wheels with 35-inch tires. The infinity roof. Rear drop glass. The multi-pro tailgate. Adrenaline mode, which is cool. And 400-volt charging capabilities. Now, remember on the video, it said 800 volts to charge it to get a 100-mile range in, what, 15 minutes? That one ain't going to cut it. So the next one up, the spring of 2023, is where you get that 800 volt fast charging capability. And once again, I think Tesla's only working with 400 volts right now. Honey, I did it. I reserved our Hummer, and the family's all excited. And then you're like, oh crap, my kids will be graduated by the time I get this, and I won't need maybe that 5-seater anymore, or I'm due to retire. Now, obviously, the people that can afford these, once again, they're playing in a different, you know, ballpark. But even at this price, $79,000, $80,000, let's just say what it is, that you'll never find one for $80,000. I guarantee you this. Really, let's take all of these, and just so really, let's just say this one is $80,000 or $89,000 basically. That's the way pricing on the EVs works, man. It's a whole goofy. They really screw you over. So the X3 here, $99,000. You're $110,000, and you're still waiting 2 years. So what do you guys think, man? I know I'm rambly here on this, but it's a really cool vehicle. My hat's off to GM for building something super. It looks super capable on paper, but are you getting? Is there value here? When I just looked at, let's see if I will bring old Tesla E up here real quick again. There we go. Well, I'm gonna pull. There we go. Cybertruck. There we go. All right, let's pull down here to the numbers. Now, obviously, this design is yeah, it's a little different. So, and I don't know. I want to say something nice about it, but I just can't find anything nice to say about it. Now, I will piss off EV guy, and I'm sorry. I am not a goofy truck guy in general, but you know, I'm not your Bubba guy, but I like trucks, and this one's, you know, a little different. But once again, let's go here. Tri-motor, 2.9 seconds, 500-mile range, which Tesla hasn't said it, but I'm going to say they have to have an 800-watt charging for that. Because I would think you'd be there if... Don't be in a hurry. That's for damn sure. Let's see. The towing, once again. Everything about this Tesla, even though it's kind of different looking, on paper is way better than that GMC. Now, I hand it to GMC. I think this is such a better design. Just such a better design. But once again, let me know, guys, what you think here. Let's see. Let me go through the comments a little bit here. Glove box. Let's see. Hose out already. Or hose out ready. Yes, that's what you think, Flies. Let's hose out my electric vehicle. Let's see. Sorry, I'm going through your comments for missile lock. Kelly. That's great. Let's see. Rivian does the same. Gene likes the lights. Once again, I do too. Towing. The first version, Kelly, they're saying 11,500, which I don't know. Let's see. Styling wise, a home run. Flytrap says poor man's at 80,000. Mike, I agree. The poor man's is at 80,000. What a world we live in now. I remember being a kid. I'm dating myself here, but I remember flipping through the newspaper, and on Sundays they always had like the ads, like car ads, and all your local dealerships had car ads in there. And I remember they were still hand drawn ads, like the cars were not nice pictures. And I remember seeing Silverados, or what would they just been 1500s back then, for $12,000. I think I paid in 97. I think I paid $14,000 for my F-150. Now it was an XL. Was it an XLT? 5-speed V6. It did fine. It towed. It did everything I needed a truck for, but I think brand new it was $14,000. Let's see. All right, Tim, thank you for being along, and guys, go check out Tim's channel if you have not yet. But when did we get in this world of from 12,000, and let's see, and that was 97 when I bought that truck, 14,000, to we're now in a world where Tim on his latest video was talking about it. He was looking at a truck for his channel and $60,000, and I think Tim had said he wanted to spend 38 to 50, and everything that he starts looking at is $60,000, man. And these don't help the situation by any means when you can go $100,000. Bam, come on, $100,000. I don't know. Once again, I like this design. I think if they would have just brought back the Hummer brand with a turbo V6 or something in this thing, it would have been a home run. But obviously, the world we live in right now is obsessed with EV tech. And maybe in my lifetime I will see this where you get 1,000-mile charging out of them or range, and that makes it more practical. Let's see. Tim the Ram truck guy. I like that, Kelly. Let's see. Guy's trying to talk me into reserving one. I wonder if so when I reserved my Bronco, got that nice phone call from Ford. I wonder how fast the GM dealership would be like ringing at my door. That would almost be worth $100. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it because no. Because honestly, I would never buy this thing. It would just be a waste of it'd be worth the video, I guess, but it would be just a waste of I'm sure they do the option where you get your money back, but anyways, let's see. Provide your info, complete the registration agreement, which probably means, hey, we're about to rape you. We're taking your wallet, your firstborn kid, and you may keep your wife. I don't know. So that's probably the agreement there. But once again, guys, that was the GMC Hummer, which just sounds wrong to say that. The GMC Hummer. Guys, scale of 1 to 10. All 23 of you that are still here. 1 to 10. Rate it. Show me two scores. So I want your take on, let's see, value 1 to 10 and looks 1 to 10. Let me see in the comments here below what you guys think of this thing. Sam says, rest in peace, Raptor and TRX. Yeah, they did make those, what they're calling super trucks now, look a little slow. But that's EV, man. Like, I'm a Lamborghini dude. I love, you give me an Aventador and I would be happy. But you put it up against, what, Model S with their, whatever ludicrous mode or whatever the new mode's called. No, you're not even close, man. All right, so Frank B says 4 on value, 9 on design. Gene says looks like a 9, value of a 4 or 5. Okay. William says looks. I'm assuming that's William. I'm assuming value first at a 4, and looks 9. Let's see. Fly says value 2. Oh, that's great, man. That is great. I think value. I think it's a 2 right now for me right now. If I had to say value on this thing, and I'm going to give it a design, I'm going to give it a 10, a perfect score of a 10. I would subtract maybe the rock slider steps, but I'm sure that's an option. But I think looks home run. Yeah, value, like Kelly was saying, of 1. Looks 8.5, so a 4.9 overall. It is what it is, guys. But hopefully you guys have enjoyed these streams. Normally we would have Danny on, but his wife got sick today, and excuse me, the crazy times we live in, you got to take that stuff seriously. But we plan on doing more of these live streams. We've done on the Nissan Nation Productions channel. We did one for the Z that went really well, and I've had a blast doing these. I like getting your instant reaction of these things. Hopefully you guys like seeing the reactions that I give for these things. It's not made up. Like, this thing blew me away. I think it's awesome looking. I just think, especially once you start, we start looking at those Cybertruck that, if I had to rate Cybertruck versus this right now, Cybertruck's a value of an 8 and looks of a 2. So it might be reversed for me. So I don't know where that leaves us in the EV world of trucks. Right now, I think Rivian is my favorite by far. Once again, Rivian looks just weird enough. It looks truck enough. You want these things to look like a truck, no doubt. But I think with the weird headlights that Rivian and them are doing, it looks just weird enough that you're like, hey, man, EV is about impressing your neighbors right now. Let's be honest. Like, I'm sure there's environmental people that love the idea of EV tech, even though it's questionable where the actual electricity comes from, how it's gotten. But let's be honest. This vehicle here is to impress your neighbors. You want to pull up. You want to be one of the first ones in your neighborhood, your swanky neighborhood, and yeah. So let's see. Yeah, I hope so, Fly. I hope so. Those rock rails look horrible. They look like somebody that's seen a picture of a white knuckle rock slider, and yeah, you kind of do, William. You kind of do. Of course, Hummer was sued by Jeep for using that grill design, that inline grill design, and of course, Hummer, what is it, American General, was actually a derivative of, I believe, Willys at some point. So I think they lost that lawsuit. But yeah, definitely gives. I mean, this thing definitely retro. It's enough cool retro that it looks modern, but yet it's still that cool retro. But once again, we want to do more of these things, guys. So if you haven't yet, please like and subscribe to the channel here. Nissan Nation Productions, I know a lot of you know me through that. That channel is funded, but that channel is never going to be able to allow me to do this full time, which is the goal. I want to cover more when we actually get car shows again. We did the Chicago Auto Show this year, had a blast doing it, and then COVID hit, and sadly, you know, it killed the auto industry. It's killed a lot of people's industries, but it's not allowed for us to. We were just set to start covering more auto shows, and with your help, getting this channel monetized will be by subscribing will help us a ton, because this channel, a year or two, I can do this full time. So guys, I appreciate everybody being on here. So let's see, a couple more comments here. This over the Cybertruck by a mile. Flytrap says, if you throw round headlines on it, squint at the Bronco truck, they'll both be the same price. Let's see. Yes, this has the auto lift. When can you go fill up an EV in 5 minutes at a station around the corner? Well, Frank, you know, Tesla at one time was playing with the battery. They wanted quick change stations, so they would have a fresh battery charging, and they would ship. And they may still do this. I don't follow Tesla enough. I need to, but I don't follow Tesla enough to know if they're still doing this. But for a fee, they would ship your battery back to your local station, and you could keep exchanging. But I think it was pretty expensive what they were trying to do. But they could actually do it under 5 minutes. You just pulled up in a bay. You know, the battery packs are underneath. They could drop it down. But you would really, for that to be viable, I think you need 500-600 mile range to do that, to make sense. But there we go, guys. That is your GMC Hummer. Once again, thank you for everybody who joined in tonight. I do greatly appreciate it. Danny, once again, was going to be here, and just the last minute, family got sick. So his wife got sick. So thoughts and prayers to Danny and his wife, and hopefully it's nothing serious. And I'm going to be live streaming Friday on the Nissan Nation Productions channel. Well, we have a good time just talking about Nissan or Infiniti related products, or anything they involve themselves with other brands, how they intertwine. And live Mondays from now on, guys. So our live Sunday shows, if you're a fan of the show, are moving to Mondays, which should allow Danny to be more a part of it. As you can see here tonight, sometimes it's hard to be by yourself, just talking by yourself. But you know what this means, right? We're empty. And so from all things trucks, SUVs, or whatever you drive, I gotta come up with a slogan. I've got a good one on the latest Frontier video that I dropped. Gene, thank you for being on here, man. I'm sure I'll see you over there on Tim's live streams. But from all things trucks, SUVs, or whatever you drive, this is All Terrain Nation, and I'm your host, David Boyd, and I am out. Peace, everybody. See y'all.